Hello everybody, welcome to single player Minecraft. I have, as you have probably seen, hopefully if everything worked out with Morilibus up in the sky. Thanks buddy. So yeah, I had him recording the whole time I was digging anything out or working here. I'd stop him at any time I went into the nether, which is usually when I had to head back to the village to get some supplies and what have you. But otherwise he was recording, and because he was recording, I know how long this took. It's about 8 hours worth of work, I guess, in terms of digging it out and using the gravel and the sponges. And you guys gave me some information about different methods I could have used to empty this out. Like there's a way you can use lava, which I never thought of doing, but and I've seen the Combat Killer, you linked me to something. Shows a rig that you could use, basically dispensers with buckets of lava, and it would get rid of the water layer by layer by turning it into smooth stone. So I'm guessing you let down the lava, it turns the water to the smooth stone, you get rid of the lava, or you turn off the lava so it goes away, and then you mine out the stone. So you'd be able to do that one layer at a time. However, I don't know if that would be faster than the way I did it. It might be. It's hard to say here because this guy wasn't really completely underwater like a typical temple would be. So because of that, I feel that probably wasn't the best method to use here. Most of my stuff was just... oh crap. I did not mean to do that. Most of my stuff was just digging stone out anyway, so there's no real need to turn anything into stone. So there's little pockets of water, I mean a decent amount of water here, but it gave us the opportunity to use a sponge. And I've noticed something, and what I've noticed is I'm still running 30C, and the reason I'm running 30C and not the pre-release, because sponges behave differently in the pre-release. There was a bug that they fixed, however I don't know if they fixed it the way that we would have liked. I think I don't know exactly the full details on the bug either, but it was pretty much like if this was a water source, there was a point where you could put a sponge, not like this way, but I think it was like down, and if the water was above. But anyway, it might account for why some of those water sources that we got remained, is I think because this was occurring. It was getting rid of water further away from the sponge. So like, let's just use this as an example. It was able to get rid of, like, say, this water source, but it would leave this water source here. And this, I think, was happening in our corners, in our 5x5 kind of grid. Here I am again without blocks. So I think it was like missing this water source, but it was able to get rid of the water source directly above it. Now that bug has been fixed, but it looks like the way they fixed it is it no longer gets rid of any of those. So before it wouldn't get rid of this one, and it would get rid of this one. The fix seems to have been it doesn't get rid of that one either anymore. So its range has been kind of significantly reduced, it seemed. So because of that, I don't want to update just yet, because we have one last thing to clear out, and that's the temple itself. It's still full of water, so I think we'll do that today with you guys. Let's grab some gravel though, and we'll grab some dirt. So here's all the material we got. As chests fill up, I've gone up vertically. So this is dirt, this is stone, so these are all full. I've been taking some of it back to the village. Anytime I go back, I usually fill up my inventory. I've brought back majority of the sand because I don't have too much back at the village. Cobblestone, depending what pick I was using. Gravel, yeah, sometimes I was using my silk touch, sometimes my fortune. And I think we're down to our... yeah, that silk touch needs repairing. That guy could use... I was using a silk touch because of the gravel, so don't get a bunch of flint. So, yeah, I think what we should do actually is bring a furnace with us down there, or a few, so that we can cook this stuff on the fly. So every once in a while I'll have to stop and cook up some sponge, because I don't think it's going to be efficient to leave the temple. And I want to try something first. So right now it's full of water and full of those guys. So what I'm going to do is at the bottom layer here, once I find a decent way to get back in. So if we go all the way to the bottom of the floor, stop trying to hit me. We should probably get some potions. If we go all to the bottom, I want to take out the floor. They're going to get me. So yeah, I want to remove the floor. So another thing, you guys, or Midnight Designer had mentioned it, and I actually stumbled on it myself. Invisibility potions are the way to go. And if you just have boots on, so if I get rid of the rest of my armor and just keep the boots, they will not bother me. So that is what we will do. We will use invisibility and night vision. And I even have some water breathing. Well, I have one water breathing. We could start with that, but that's not as important. And then, how's the ender chest? Got some smooth stone in it. Okay. So, stupid endermite. So that's the plan. Let's take this. I forgot to leave my armor, but we could just take it off. Water breathing, sure. And night vision, sure. Okay, so goal, yeah, remove the floor. So I want to do this for, oh wait, am I sure I can't put my helmet on? I want the aqua affinity so we can get rid of the floor fast. Nope. I could get rid of my boots, maybe? Stop it, oh god. If they target me, I'm a dead man. Okay. Let's just try with the helmet. I think we'll be okay. I think it's just one piece of armor. So yeah, I want to do this because if I do this, there's no... Oh, it's so slow. There's no water sources underneath. So when we put a sponge, like we were testing in that dirt, it will not reform because it won't be able to. So that's what I want to do is first I'll go through, remove all this. I'll probably remove... how should we do the upper layers? I might remove the upper layers as well, although I don't know yet. Anyway, let me do this. It's going to take a little bit, so we'll see you when I'm done. Okay. So I clear out some of the floor. I haven't done the whole area, but I've done an area that I think is good enough. We don't have much. What do we have? Night vision. We have about 4 minutes to work. And then I gotta head back to the village to get some more potions. Okay, so all these are kind of walled off. We don't have any joining sections. Can't really see as well as when I have that on, but they're gonna attack me. What do we want? Do we want speed or do we want... Yeah, I think we want the speed. So I think we're just going to... Let's see here. Let's grab some blocks. And some air. Torch, please. Okay, let's get rid of those. Those we want. Let's bring in some gravel. Good. Let's put on the helmet so we can mine this faster. No, okay. Alright, so we'll continue with our 5x5 roughly Now, the reason I did this is so we can remove water from, like, down, up, and it's not all coming back. Like, there's a little bit of water still there. We can get rid of it. And then we just can continue down. I'm not going to be too exact with this, as I think we can do it a little bit rougher. And then I'll come back through, grab the sponges, and throw them into a furnace. So some water can regenerate. It depends where it gets rid of it. But if we keep doing this, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, like I didn't, that's too far away, so let's put another one right there. But for the most part, I am hoping this works well. Okay, there's water coming up from there. Could just do that and that. Hopefully that's just one. We could probably get rid of it, or two. And then it might be okay. And I guess in terms of air we don't need, invisibility we probably want to have. Okay, so let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's move it over here. Okay, so we'll do there. We'll do there. Just roughly laying stuff out. Don't have much time. Make use of every second we have. Okay. Pop, 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 pop. Alright, how'd we do? Terrible. Worst thing in the world. Okay, let's just, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. And then I think once we've... Hi, guy. No, that's coming from there. We'll just seal that up. Put one up there. One there. So that's working. It's working! Good. Then yeah, we'll make our way around. So that's one area cleared. Hi guys. They do sound amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna reclaim these and then we'll cook them up while we're down here probably. Throw down a few furnaces or something. Hi guys. How are we doing? A minute. Oops. Okay, I should probably kill them. Even though they're... Stop spiking me. Put your spikes away. Okay, you get to live for a little longer. Oh, you should probably eat though. Oh no, we got regen. It's okay, we don't need food saturation to heal. And I know I lost some sponge, guys. I started with, I think it was 33 or something. I don't know where those 5 went. I'm down to 27 or 6, I guess. So I don't know. I thought I was pretty careful picking them up. I just seem to systematically lose one every once in a while. It's just like, well, it's time to lose a sponge. Okay, so our plan from here on... I don't actually have a plan for the farm. I know there's farms out there and stuff that are probably really good and efficient. I don't want to do those. Well, I want to try something. I don't know. We'll probably set up a small-scale test of it here in the world. But anyway, yeah, I'll back to work. I'm going to set these up to cook, like I said, and head back to the village for more potions. And we'll go very inefficient. Don't touch me. I guess I could do it in all 3 here. We'll be fuel conscious. There we go. And one more for good measure. Thank you. Look at that. Look at our efficiency. Ah, don't touch me. Hi. There we go. So these guys aren't too bad, I found in the temple, if you have the depth striders, because you can easily just run behind something, even when there's water. Alright. The other thing I noticed about these guys is they seem to take up the spawn count. Kind of like slimes, I guess. I don't know how their spawning works, but they do seem to share the mob cap with hostile mobs. So while I was working on this thing, because there's so many of them in the temple, there's no other mobs anywhere to be seen. On occasion, I'd have a zombie or something come up on me, but for the most part, I didn't have to light up anything. So that was kind of interesting. So we'll have to see how the efficiency works. I'm guessing if they take up the hostile, that means caves. We need to cave around this area. And I don't think that's bad, because I was kind of thinking of what I'm going to do in this area while I wait for these guys to collect, if we want to auto-kill them or put them in the nether. and I don't like AFKing, as some of you may be aware. So I figured we could just cave. We cave in the area, and we'll get some spawns happening, I imagine, here, as long as we're not too far away. And we can collect stuff that way. Okay, so I need potions, and then we'll clear out the rest of that. Alright. We did it. We have conquered the temple. It is ours. Goodbye, son. Please don't leave me. At least I think I have. I haven't gone in here and fully, like, confirmed that I got it all, but I think we have. Oh. I still hear them. Might be a bit of water somewhere. But for the most part, I think we have cleared it. There's still a bunch of these guys hopping around, but they might have spawned from before. This episode has been recorded over multiple days. I've not done all this in one sitting. It has been done, yeah, it's been about a week, I think. But yeah, it looks pretty good. It doesn't look like we've missed anything, but there might be a little patch, but I can take care of that if need be. I guess since our goal is to get these blocks, we should try not to waste them. Interesting thing with these blocks. No! Oh, he stopped. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Interesting thing during the time-lapse is you could really see these blocks like changing color. It's usually quite subtle. It happens over, I don't know how long, but you can kind of slowly see it changing color. But in the time-lapses, you can really see it. It's like flashing back and forth. Some of those clips are sped up quite a bit. Like, maybe like 64 times. I think that first one was about 64 times. The last one was about 16 times, I think. But yeah. Okay, so the next step in this, I don't really know. Well, I do know. I'm kind of trying to convince myself what I want to do. It'd be cool to keep this temple, but I don't think it's going to be possible. And if we could keep it, I would almost just want to raise it up out of the ground and build it right above the actual area. So we could keep this, but still make use of the area for farming. And also, if you check out, I'm going to put a link, I hope. If I forget combat, go right ahead and post it again. But think it was in the last episode, he posted a link to an Imager album of a temple that he redid, and it kind of shows various steps, and it shows us the temple and what he's done with it, and it looks fantastic. Very epic indeed, so I recommend you guys to take a look at that, as it's pretty cool, and I might take some inspiration from it. But yeah, well done, Combat. I like it. So yeah, this probably won't look as good as that one. Depends how much time I spend here, I guess. But, I mean, that's one thing we could do as well while it's running, is build in the area, right? And then we could just harvest stones. But he used a lot of this block as the block to be used, as well as an accent with these guys, and the quartz, the white quartz looks really good with this stuff. So yeah, very cool. The other problem is it's kind of missing part of the temple, which we have not verified if that area will still spawn those fishies, the guardians, but I'll check that. If not, it doesn't look like it's a huge area that we lost, like a little corner piece. But it might have still worked out. I'm guessing, like, based on, like, Etho found an area that just spawned guardians. He didn't find the actual temple in his area, where mine actually spawned in a temple, but not everywhere. So I'm hoping this section works like Etho's area, where it still spawns them. It just didn't happen to spawn the temple. But I don't know. We'll find out. So I think I am going to remove this thing, because if I move it up there, I'd have to do it like piece by piece. And I don't know. I don't have enough stone. I don't have enough of this brick to just replicate it first and then remove this. So I think I'm going to take a bunch of screenshots of this temple. And if we choose to, we can recreate it in the future above. If we think that's a cool idea, we could position it right above the farm and have the temple there. That might be neat. And then what we do underneath in this area, we'll see. But I think that's going to be it, guys. So it's been a lot of time lapses. I hope you've enjoyed them, and let me know if you have. The way I've done that, in case you're curious, is with an alternate account. So I have two Minecraft accounts. One's called Morilibus. The other one is called Morilibus. And all I do is I open it up to LAN. I turn cheats on because I need to teleport him around. And I just put spectator, but it doesn't really matter, because if the cheats are on, you can change the mode. But I would do that, start the LAN, and then I'd hop over to my other monitor, and I would bring Morilibus in. Although he doesn't seem to be able to connect at the moment. Let me see. Which character am I using right now? Whoops. Where's my scoreboard? Or I guess it doesn't show scoreboard. Single player. Can't tell. I'm pretty sure I'm Morilibus. Anyway, I can't seem to log in with my other guy. I'll try one more time. But I bring him in, and I use a teleport command. So let's see here. Let's get Morilibus in here. Play. Okay. Play. The only thing I can think of is the character I'm using right now might be the same guy, and I can't bring them both in. So I'm not sure what I did wrong. Nope, here he comes. There he is. Okay. And where are we? So, with him, let's bring him down in front of us. Oh, I'm Steve. That was the other thing. I look like I'm my normal skin for me. But, switch over to Morilibus. You can see I'm there, and I'm Steve. I probably noticed in the time lapses too. Most of them I think I was Steve, if not all. So with this guy, I could clip into walls. I didn't use him to like scout through the area. I would just position him where I've already been. I don't want to use him like to be cheaty with him. So I would throw him in the wall if I wanted to get, like, that would get rid of the water effect. Or if I wanted the water effect, I could just float. And that's what I did for the inside stuff. For the outside stuff, I just came over here, and I found an angle that I wanted to do it at. And then if I bring up the coordinate system, if you look underneath that night vision, I also gave this guy a lot of night vision. You can see the angles. They're right here, -70. That's kind of where you're looking, left and right and up and down. So you can position with a TP command. So I think it's TP Morilibus, and then the coordinates. So we're currently at 369. We don't need the decimals. We don't need to be that exact. We can go 90 and 720. And then we need the angles, so -65 and 42 roughly, and that should teleport. Teleported Morilibus. Whoops. But if we do that with the other guy, our current guy, he won't fall into the water. There you go. So we teleported. So I wrote down some coordinates and the angles, so that way I can actually get to that camera position again at a later date. Now, what that means is that we should save him before he drowns. What that means is I can go back to that shot at a later date as well and get the exact same angle if I wanted to. And I think I might save the montage I did here as well. So if we do any more work on this, we could actually do a whole time-lapse of the area and then eventually stitch it all together from start to finish. And we could have the digging out, the draining, and all that. And then whatever we end up building here too, we could try to film. So if you guys would like to see that, I could use Morilibus in the area. And anytime I'm doing anything off camera that's long and repetitive, like digging something out or building something repetitive, I could turn him on and he could record the progress. And then we could see the whole thing over time at a later date. So let me know if that is something you would like to see. And I'm going to finish off by clearing out the temple. See you later, guys. Take it easy and bye-bye.